Good morning. Let us study today band theory of metals or molecular orbital theory of metals. How this theory is used to explain the behavior of conductors, insulators, semiconductors, that is especially using band gap. What is band gap? We will see. Let us study here the band theory of metals. Let us consider lithium atom, the simplest metal atom, lithium atom. Z is equal to 3. The electronic configuration of lithium atom is given by 1s2, 2s1. Let us consider the formation of Li2 molecule which exists in the vapor phase, vapor state. The molecular orbital diagram of Li2 molecule is shown here. There are two lithium atoms. Atom 1, atom 1. Ignoring the inner core electrons, two 2s atomic orbitals, 2s atomic orbitals of two lithium atoms combine to give one bonding molecular orbital and one antibonding molecular orbital. When two atomic orbitals combine, it will give two molecular orbitals. When three atomic orbitals combine, it will give three molecular orbitals, as we have studied in molecular orbital theory. The two valence electrons occupy the lower bonding molecular orbital, lower energy bonding molecular orbital. Okay, let us consider Li3. Li3 is formed by the combination of three lithium atoms. Therefore, there are three atomic orbitals, three 2s atomic orbitals combine to give one bonding or molecular orbital, non-bonding molecular orbital and one antibonding molecular orbital. The valence electrons, the three valence electrons occupy the bonding and non-bonding molecular orbitals. Let us consider Li4. In Li4, the four lithium atoms, the four atomic orbitals combine to give two bonding molecular orbitals and two antibonding molecular orbitals. As you see, the energy difference between the two molecular orbitals decreases. In metals, that is in cluster of atoms, in metal there are several atoms together, as many atoms combined in metals, the spacing between the energy levels of 2s molecular orbitals decreases. The spacing decreases, as you see. In the case of lithium molecule, the energy gap is large. When the number of atoms are large, see Lin in metals, the number of atoms are very large. Therefore, the energy levels of 2s orbitals are so close together to form a continuum or called band. In lithium, in Li2 molecule, the energy levels are discrete. They are discrete. Here, the energy levels are continuous, or the energy levels, molecular orbital energy levels become band. This is the band theory of metals and also the molecular orbital theory of metals. In Li2 molecule, the energy gap is large. The energy difference between bonding and molecular orbitals are very large. When there is a large number of atoms, when there is large number of atom combining to form metal, the energy level becomes a band. It becomes band. Okay. The molecular orbitals in metal extend in 3 dimensions over all the atoms in the metal crystals. So the electrons are mobile, explaining high thermal and electrical conductivity. Why metals are highly conducting? Because of this band theory or molecular orbital theory of metals. In lithium atom 1s2 2s1, therefore 2s1, the 2s band, the 2s molecular orbital band or the 2s valence band is half filled only. In lithium metal, the 2s band, because 2s1 only, there are n lithium atoms, therefore 2s band is half filled, only partially filled. In beryllium, the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2, because Z equal to the atomic number equal to 4. The valence electrons fill the valence 2s2, ignoring the core 1s2 electron, consider only the valence electrons. The valence electron fill the valence band. You see, the valence electrons fill the 2s valence band. There are 2 bands, 2s 2p, here only 2s valence band is half filled, whereas here there are 2 bands from 2s atomic orbital and 2p atomic orbitals. The 2 bands overlap. Because of overlapping of these 2 bands, they are good conductors. The electron is easily perturbed, easily moved, or is easily promoted to conduction band, where the conduction band is empty, so the electrons are free to move. They are conductors, metals are conductors, because either the valence band is partially filled or half filled, or the valence band conduction band overlaps. Okay. What is called band gap? Here in conductor, in metals, the band gap is 0. The band gap is 0. Whereas in semiconductor, there is a band gap. The band gap is nothing but the energy difference. The band gap is defined as the energy difference between the valence band and conduction band. Okay. In semiconductor, doped semiconductor, there is an impurity band. We will see, because of N-type, P-type impurities are added to semiconductors. In insulators, especially non-metals, the band gap is very, very high. Okay, we will explain further. In the case of insulators, the energy gap or the band gap is very, very large. Therefore, there is an appreciable difference in energy. There is an enormous energy difference between the valency band and conduction band. Hence, electrons cannot be readily promoted from valency band to conduction band, where they could move freely. Okay. Intrinsic semiconductors are basically insulators because of energy gap. There is energy gap, but the energy gap is not very, very large as in the case of insulators. There is band gap, but small. On heating, on rising the temperature, the electrons are promoted from valence band to empty conduction band, where the electrons are free to move. Increase in temperature increases the conductivity, thermal and electrical conductivity of the semiconductors. In the case of N-type, P-type semiconductors, where impurities are added to these semiconductors. They are basically insulators. The impurity band lies in between the valence band and conduction band, as we have seen earlier, making them conductors. Okay, thank you for watching.